G'day everybody, this is Craig Cobb of TraderCobb.com reporting for Mickey.com.au, and I want to talk to you about Bitcoin. The Mac Daddy of markets out there in the crypto world continues to surprise and run very, very well. Well, I shouldn't say surprise, because if you're surprised by Bitcoin at the moment, then you haven't been in the space for very long. And it does all sorts of wild, wild things. Of course, there was a number of great trading opportunities that have gone past in the last freakishly strong bull run. There was entries for breakouts back here, which is the one that I took. There was little cradle candles on the lower time frames. I mean, we have been knocked over with the amount of opportunities that have been present over the last few weeks. The pick of them was one of my apprentices, as a matter of fact. Here's my long from 8,089, a little bullish candle in the cradle zone, my crypto cradle trade, and an 82-to-1 run on that. Of course, it wasn't the only opportunity. Another little one there and some more breakouts along the way. But the big question now has to be where to next. Of course, a lot of people are speaking about the market and wondering what we're likely to see. So I want to talk to that right now. I'm going to focus on the BitMEX chart because it seems to be a pretty good one as far as the volume goes. Now, if I sit here and talk to you about this chart right now, what am I seeing? I'm seeing a pullback. We saw massive overextensions, and based on my using my measurement tool on the last run from the high or low here to the high, we saw about 67%. Now, I sort of predicted, well, didn't predict, I shouldn't say predicted. I was suggesting that around about the same sort of move, which is 12.6, I think it was, something around that. Where are we? 12.4, but around this region here, that I think that would be the equivalent move of the last run up, and that we might actually see some form of a pullback. Now, of course, it moved well beyond that, but now it is having that pullback, and it's interesting to see where we are. We're back into this cradle zone on the daily. Now, I like to trade inside or around this zone, looking for cradle trades, breakouts, anything of that nature. So the daily is definitely in an uptrend. If I have a quick look at the 2-day candle, or chart, sorry, still plenty of room to come back in a bit further. And if I look at the weekly, which I think is very, very important, I'll show you a couple of things that I'm looking at. Let's go through here. This is 2017's bull market. Let's use history to help us to gauge where potentially we will pull back to. The first pullback in 2017, we saw about 32%. The second one from the high to the higher low, 39%. And then, of course, the third one here, before the very big move, was roughly about 39 as well. So let's average that. Let's just say, a 35% pullback is what is likely if we are to use the pullbacks of the last bull run as guidance. First things first, let's see how far we move this year from the low, sorry, not from this year. 342% with no pullback. Little consolidation here, little pullback here, but nothing like what we'd seen, proper pullbacks over the weekly. This is the weekly time frame back in 2017. So that's the first thing to note. Second, let's look at 35% and where that gets us to. Somewhere around $8,900, so around that $9,000 mark, a round number. But what else is in and around that space? Well, there's a bit of resistance here, not majorly strong, but it's 2019's highs or thereabouts. That 9,000 area really looks like a good place for me to see a pullback when we consider where the weekly is, how we have not seen a strong pullback for quite some time, and if it happens quickly, we might even see it pull back a little bit deeper. So for those of you who are out there wondering when you're going to get your fill, I had a lot of people saying to me, I'm not in Bitcoin, where should I get in, where should I get in? They're freaking out through this run. Well, there are always pullbacks. I'm not a fan of buying into a big FOMO run. I'll trade a good strong run. I'll go to those lower time frames. I'll do what I do with my checklist-based trading strategies, but I'm certainly not going to panic. We will see a pullback. We have already seen a pullback. And how far have we moved from those highs? Well, to the lows, a 27% move. I believe we have plenty of room to pull back further. I think it's a really good thing for the market. We're pulling back on relatively low volume as compared to the run up. I like that as well. With the CME futures increasing their volume, it's very, very good to see as institutions start to move in. We're now seeing Bitcoin being talked of in mainstream media once again. We're seeing a lot more positivity coming into the space. And you add that with Facebook's Libra and all the media attention and the legitimacy that news item brought, and we have a perfect storm for a very, very good run to the end of the year. Now, Bitcoin will do what it wants to do, but it's up to me as a trader to know what I'm going to do within these wild fluctuations. I'll use margin, I'll trade with leverage because I know exactly what I'm doing based on my checklist-based trading strategies. Guys, have a fantastic day. And for those that are coming along to this Australian tour that we're running, I look forward to meeting you in person. Bye for now.